Merry pre-Christmas, everybody! Here we are. I hope you can hear us loud and clear. The audio is going, so that's good.
The Polar Express.
You're here with family. There you go, man. Oh, thank you. We got
Hey, who's serving the drink?
full service here. We got drinks. We got coffee. We got Santa hats. We got family, friends. Catherine, say hi.
Hello.
There you are. Mom, say hi. Okay.
I'm Derek.
And here's, of course, the old director of research, my brother and pal, always and forever, Darius Phillip. Welcome aboard, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. Hi, Ark. There you are. Okay, we're going to talk.
Original director and research.
I know.
They're one of the first.
Okay.
Toast.
Okay, toast. Let's toast. Alrighty. Toast, everybody.
There you go.
There you are.
Hey.
Okay, air toast to my future wife over there. Okay, guys. Welcome aboard, everybody. Merry Christmas. Hope you're all doing well. We have in the audience in Discord, we have David Mitchell, of course. We have Minor Tree. We have
Titan 7201. That's me.
Okay, nice. Darius is also there too. We have Georgie Zukov. We have RDG.
Titan 7201 is me.
Okay.
Right with the meat.
Yes, I know you're there too. We have RDG. We have the Holy Donut. We have R2R, A2R Gaming, Amtrak Rail Fan, Tomo-kun. Welcome aboard, everybody. Next, we will talk about Brightline. That will be out later. No thanks. I already ate dinner. Come on, you gotta have an aftertaste too. Okay, guys. So we got 3 topics plus 1 on Brightline, which we will talk about. But we're gonna make this as short as we can because I know everybody's got to go there with family and everything else. But we're not gonna make it short. But we're gonna at least focus on the 3 topics right now, and then we'll open it up to a lounge so everybody who is now, you can be able to join in on Discord. Darius, if you're on the YouTube channel, can you go ahead and link the Discord chat onto the chat on YouTube? But yeah, we got this all set up over here. We have beautiful North Miami Beach out in the background. We are here at the home of Brightline in Florida, Miami, Florida. Here we are. But let's get to it. Let's get to talking about the topics we have today. And this one's kind of dark. Sorry to be a little bit damper, but let's get the bad news out of the way, because I know Darius, remember the last time I was here, we talked about security and safety on public transport?
What a way to start a Christmas. It's supposed to be merry and bright.
I know, but we at least have to go.
At least, then again, Christmas is supposed to be the darkest time of the year.
Astrologically, yes, but still, we are here. Okay. There are chestnuts roasting on an open fire, and then there are strap hangers roasting on a train. It's kind of dark. It's pretty bad. We will show the footage because you guys need to see it. YouTube, it can demonetize me all I want, but we need to talk about this because it's bad.
And it's serious, and it's pushing people away from riding.
Yes, exactly. As I've talked about so many times before, one of the main reasons people don't want to go on American public transit in particular is because of stuff like this. Okay? And we've talked about this before so many times before.
Sorry to his family. This is a person right here. Oh, shit.
All right. And the language. Okay, we're not going to get monetized anyway. The heck with it. Let's just put it on. All right. This is the piece of garbage, the absolute human trash, the piece of shit that did this. There you go. This guy who wasn't supposed to be here. Speaking of illegal immigrants, because Darius, you've talked about this multiple times.
Yeah,
I've talked about this.
It's crime.
And this is what people voted for. That we are sick of this, of having our own country being invaded in,
and having our jobs and career positions being occupied by people with TPS and H-1B, among the worst offenders.
Yeah. Okay. And
which allowed him to get those very jobs.
Now,
in the first place.
Someone on the YouTube comments is saying something akin to one of our favorite mayors in London. I'm not going to say names, but this being part and parcel of a city. Okay, the last time something like this happened in Tokyo was what, 1996, the sarin attack? Okay, but this doesn't happen every day. Unfortunately, this is becoming an almost weekly, if not daily, occurrence on the New York City subway. Not people being lit in flames, but it's dangerous. It's just bad. This is bad when you have people that are in danger. Okay, and I've been on so many different subway systems or metro systems across the world and across the country, all the way from New York to Los Angeles. And
even when I had to take a bus, I was kind of a little bit scared that somebody might come up and beat me up.
Yeah, and this is the thing.
Stab me.
Yeah, and this is the thing
on the Miami bus system.
This is the thing on American transit, right? It's that people feel unsafe.
Buses or trains.
Right. People feel unsafe.
Public transit.
People don't want to go on transit because they feel, well, I can stay in my car, I can stay private and be whatever in traffic for 300 years, or take transit. It may be a little bit faster, maybe a little bit more convenient. Of course, convenience here in the United States when it comes to public transit.
Transit is much more slower.
Yeah, maybe not as well
thanks to our infrastructure.
Maybe not as well as the rest of the country. I'm sorry, the rest of the world. Not top notch.
However, infrastructure is car centric.
Correct. But here's the thing, is that when you have stuff like this happening, and on top of that, when your own law enforcement it's like, well, yeah, there's a person on fire. They're rushing. Wait. Central 721. I have a 1047 in progress. I have a 1047. Yeah. Dude, do something. Take off your jacket. And just, this is not hard. Take off your jacket. And just help this person.
All these officers who died on 9/11 would just slap you in the face.
Yeah. All right, and Georgia, we will talk about Brightline. We will talk about their financial status. We'll get there. We're going to leave that for last, okay? Because we always leave Brightline for last, no matter if it's bright spots or not so bright. But I mean, it's indicative of the general malaise of
how the officers acted on 9/11 were exemplary of how officers are really supposed, what we really expect of them. Not just walking by.
Yes, okay. Now, when it comes to the country as a whole, the general malaise of how the public reacts. Since America has always had violence in it, right? I mean, you can go back 100 years, 200 years, whether it's John Dillinger or anybody else. I mean, you've always had some violent acts happening in America. We talked about a little bit about Capone. Yeah, we've talked a little bit about that in the last stream, where you had the Battle of Blair Mountain. You had the Homestead strike. You had so many strikes where people were basically full-on warfare in the streets of America between unions and companies or anything else. It's the problem is it's not the violence, okay? The problem is it's the general discare, malaise of America. And this is part of it, of the consequences of the competency crisis too, where you have cops that basically have, I don't know how many times I've seen. How many times have we seen On Patrol Live or any of these cop shows? And I mean, half these cops look like criminals themselves with sleeves of tattoos all the way up.
Everyone.
Yeah, I mean, it looks weird. It's off. It's just the country as a whole is in major trouble. Okay, we need to rebuild not just our infrastructure, but our nation, our people as well. And it starts at the family level.
A social level.
Yes, it does start at the social level.
I never knew talking about trains and transit can go all the way back to society.
I mean, yeah. RDGK is saying it should be mandatory for all Americans to learn how to use firearms in self-defense. I absolutely 100% agree with that. Then again, I'm a full-on Second Amendment guy. Speaking of, we're all people of many hats over here. So there we go. There we go. Here's my there we go. Maybe off with the Santa hat. Here we go.
This is my preference.
That's not a weapon, guys. That's just pepper spray. Anyway,
George Zimmerman will not have his life ruined.
We're not talking about George Zimmerman, Darius. Let's not get there. That's
or anybody who used a gun.
Let's not talk about George Zimmerman. Okay, I don't even want to talk about. Let's not go back to that. But anyway, all right. But this is. I'll take this image off the screen. I'm sorry you guys had to see that, but look, this is reality in America. Okay, but you don't see this in Tokyo. Okay. And I can speak from experience being in Tokyo. It's nice. It's quiet. People aren't trying to break dance in front of your face and ask you for tips. People aren't sleeping well, depends on what time it is in Tokyo, because after the salarymen come out, after 6 o'clock and working, and then they go to the bars, and then it's 11 o'clock, yeah, they're sleeping on the trains and whatever, but they're not openly, pissing all over the place like it is in New York, at 4 o'clock in the afternoon or something like that. Look, the point is, that's very rare in many places, okay? You don't see that in Singapore. You don't see that in Tokyo, okay? You don't see that in multiple other places.
And what about homeless sleeping in restaurants?
Yeah, this is the problem here in America. It's
actually, that's welcome in Asia. I read that it's welcome in Asia.
I know, but
including Japan.
Let's keep apples to apples here, okay? Actually, let's go back on the subject of social issues, because when we're talking about the decline of America in general, we're talking about starting from the family, right? Because the unit of a nation starts from the family, okay? And American families in the last 100 years, you used to have extended families where people would live within cities, right? Because you have a lot, like, example, when I've been to Milwaukee, you see a lot of these Catholic communities, okay, whether they're Polish Catholic or German Catholic or whatever, and you see this all over the Midwest or in New York, where all of a sudden these families were split apart. You had extended families where it was one family, cousins, grandmas, grandpas, uncles, aunts, all lived within several blocks within each other. And they were just a train ride away to each other, just a streetcar ride away, or maybe they lived in the same town. You had this atomization where it turned into the nuclear family, which then was further atomized into now people being alone in suburbs or in apartments in disaffected cities. The country is falling apart. People are being overly medicated, and it's becoming an issue where in this country you're seeing massive parts of. Oh, I had the lights go down.
No sarcasm here,
but it's just it's a darkening of
no sarcasm, but all this having your own apartment and your private property.
You guys did pay for the FPL bill, right?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Perk of the middle class.
Oh, okay.
Having your own private property.
Yeah, no, private property is absolutely 100%. We need that. But speaking on Yimby Land's tweet over here, it's time to have some real conversations about what humane mental institutions look like and what it will take to build them. This is insane. Now, this has less to do with mental institutions in America, being that this guy was illegal. Number one, close the border. This is 100% absolutely necessary. This is voted upon. This is agreed upon. A majority of the country agrees. Close the darn border.
Eric Adams actually agreed all the way to start deporting criminal migrants.
Yes.
Even if not all illegals are violent, even if he just focuses on the criminal migrants, that's good. But he has to go forward with that right away, like right now.
Yes, it has to
keep him on the hold him in jail until January 20th.
I don't know if he's going to do that. He probably won't. I mean, this is the problem, is that we need to just stop with this stupidity between both sides. Republicans and Democrats. I don't even care about Republicans or Democrats. Look, we need to talk about this country, okay? Let's be pro-American, okay? Pro our nation. All the money that's going into foreign countries for their armaments should be staying in our country to fix. Not only let's stop the leak right now. We stop the leak. We get rid of all the criminal elements within this country. We start fixing, rebuilding, giving young people a chance to have a meaningful job, whether it's in constructing these lines or operating these lines.
Or being a scientist.
Yeah, or whichever. Anything in that sort of thing. We need to start rebuilding this country to have real physical jobs, real manufacturing over again. That's what we need to get to. Let's here we go. We have another hat over here. This is not mine. They got theirs first. I'm still... Elon, where's my damn hat? I paid for it. I want my money back. If I paid for it back in November. Where's my hat? But anyway, yeah, we're dark MAGA here because we need to start. I ordered my dark MAGA hat, but it hasn't come in. But whatever. I don't care if you guys don't like it. I like the concept. It's fine. I don't think Trump is going to do everything that he's going to do. I just like the general vibe, and I like where things are going, and it's funny to me. Okay, a man can enjoy the humor in a dark world. At least it's uplifting. But let's go back to this. I mean, people are having comments here back and forth about what should be done. So, I mean, some people are calling Yimby land over here that sees reactionary right wing for wanting, full on death squads on the trains. But I mean, look, it's getting pretty bad out there. But I mean, this is the type of conversations we need to start talking about. Okay, and this is what people are talking about here on Twitter. It's stuff that we need to start talking about, because let's say a place like, I've talked about this before, about the difference between Japan and the United States. Japan is 98% Sino-ethnic Japanese. Okay? That's the difference between the United States, which the United States, it's not a melting pot, okay? I hate that term melting pot, and I'm not going to even go into the history of that term. But it's really much more of a mixed salad, right? We have a whole bunch of different people of different European backgrounds, mainly in the United States. Okay, anybody saying that the United States is not a European basic country, or a country at its base and foundation made up of European values is a bad faith argument. Okay, that's 100% what it is. We have multiple other races in here as well, whether it's white or black, or all the different people who fall under Hispanic, because you can be white and Hispanic, you can be Asian and Hispanic, you can be black and Hispanic. Okay, the term Hispanic is kind of a misnomer half the time. But regardless, we have so many people over here. There is we need American spirit back as well. Okay, because a lot of people come over here, they don't assimilate to the American way of life, and it becomes a problem. That's one thing. But regardless of that, is that we look at how is another nation. Let's talk about another nation that has a multi-ethnic. Let's talk multi-ethnic nation. Singapore. Singapore has Han Chinese, has Malaysians, has Indians, has a whole lot of other different ethnic groups in here. Singapore is very, very tough on crime. They still have caning. They still have other sorts of stuff, okay? This is maybe, look, for a multi-ethnic nation, they need multi-ethnic solutions, okay? Something like Singapore. Singapore has a very robust transportation system, and I get it. It's not apples to orange just because we're talking about Singapore. It's the size of Hong Kong, if not a little bit bigger, small. I don't know the exact size.
It is a Hong Kong.
Yeah, I know. It's a city-state. But regardless, Singapore is very robust and a very successful state and country in terms economically. And again, we're not talking about just economics. Economics and the GDP, the almighty GDP, is not the most important thing. We're talking about the way of life and prosperity in life. Do people feel that they are prosperous and that they're able to live a successful and life according to what they were put on this planet to do? Okay, and it's
what they plan to do.
Yeah, and it's easier in Singapore. It just seems that way. Okay, not saying I'm moving to Singapore. Okay, I'm not moving to Singapore because let's be honest. They're a little. I don't like some of their laws. Okay, let's put it that way as I put on this hat. But regardless, we do need to be a little bit tough on laws. Okay, because some people, and this was an email I got from one of the transit magazines that of the millions of transit magazines that I'm subscribe to, talking about like one form of crime on transit. How do we curb fare evasions? I mean, and just okay, I'm just gonna say it. I don't think this is the person who would be causing the most amount of curb evasions in the United States. But look, we're talking about this. It's like, oh well, we need here's like a SaaS solution. Here's a software solution. Here's this. We can do this. Now, maybe sometimes solutions to crime. Maybe we just need this. Okay.
But Demetrius, we got due process.
All right.
What about due process?
It's a joke. It's a joke again, guys. It's a joke. Anyway.
Then again, the Minecraft and speedy trial
in Minecraft
is also a right for victims.
All right. Now. Okay, guys. Let me see. I'd actually live in Singapore. I just don't like the climate too hot and humid. Yeah, Marty Flowers. Seems a lot like here in Miami. What if Miami just splits off into a city-state? South Florida is a city-state. We should do that.
Actually, Miami, I've just learned that Miami is in a different climate zone than Singapore. We're in a borderline tropical climate zone.
Lower the voice on it.
Where Singapore, on the other hand, is a full-blown tropical climate. Well, right now it's in Singapore. It's just like in the Virgin Islands, like 78 at night. Even if here goes down to like 50 or 40.
I see. I think a cultured society worked better than software. Yeah, that's true, Holy Dawn. I would absolutely agree with you. And it's, look, what's sad is that this country, when Catherine's grandmother, who was, passed away at 98, may her soul rest in peace, where she lived, and I talked about this, that she lived from the 1920s to the 2020s. And what a complete 9-day difference that America has become between how people used to dress, how people used to conduct themselves in public, how America in whole, in general, in the 1920s, 30s, 40s, 50s. Yeah, it started to get bad in the 60s, but culturally. But beside that, how much different this country was. We need to get back to something. We need to get back to the soul of this nation. Okay? There needs to be a talk of not just the physical stuff, because the physical stuff, and I've talked about architecture, how ugly architecture leads to an ugly society. And how beautiful architecture, or whatever your surroundings, if they're beautiful, and the people around you are beautiful, you're going to act in a like manner. It's just simple. All right? But man, it's just bad. But look, there are some good things, and people are talking about it. Now, in Congress, they're rubber stamping, what was it, $900 billion for a defense spending bill, with how many billions of dollars going to the greatest ally for anything like that. I mean,
Ukraine
or any other nation. I don't care. Look, us first. No other nation should be getting any money when this is becoming an almost daily occurrence in your nation's largest city. That's maybe I don't know. That's what we need. But look, the point is that Senator Ed Markey, who's a Democrat, along with another Democrat in Congress, Senator Josh Gottheimer, okay, but both Democrats. One from, was it Maryland? No, it's not Maryland, Massachusetts. Yeah. Ed Markey's from Massachusetts. Josh Gottheimer is from New Jersey's 5th District. Okay? Have announced a bill called the All Aboard Bill. Now, very quickly, according here to some Blue Wolf, and again, just because we follow people on, doesn't mean that we typically endorse the way of life or anything like that, regardless. Okay? He's a great guy. He's on our side on some things when it comes to transit, and it's perfectly fine. Right? Senator Ed Markey has introduced the All Aboard Act. Very quickly, $150 billion in rail investments over the next 5 years through public government grants. Wait a second.
Chris Deluzio.
Who's the other?
Chris Deluzio.
Okay.
He's having a representative.
Okay, the other one is Chris Deluzio.
Yeah, a House.
Gotcha.
A House version of the bill.
Okay, so that's the House version of the bill. Mm-hmm. I did get that link, right?
Yeah.
Can you send the link in Discord, because for some reason it's not working on Signal.
All right.
Send it to me via Discord. The thing is that here's a bill, $150 billion in rail investments, $50 billion to electrify busy passenger freight rail lines, and $3.5 billion in dedicated formula funding for states that will go towards operations and infrastructure. So in total, we're talking about $203.5 billion. How much did Congress just pass in defense spending? Nearly $1 trillion.
That's about the entire
almost a
GDP.
$1 trillion.
That's the entire GDP of Florida.
I mean, it's just.
If it was independent, would be the 12th most richest country in the world.
I mean, you know what's nuts is that the Pentagon has failed its 7th audit in a row. Okay? Now, speaking as a guy who has a lot of experience doing audits for a company that I work for, okay, I've done at least a dozen audits, okay? Because we have, I don't know how many events, but regardless, the thing is, I don't fail my audits, okay? I get at least 95, 96, 98% completion on the audits. It means that we're accounted for 98% of all the assets that the bank has on their floor plan for the audit. The Pentagon cannot do that. Okay, one of the most powerful institutions on the planet in history can't account for the money that they're getting for. They can't account for where all their tanks, where's all the spending going to, or not just tanks, okay? Because it's a hell of a lot more than just tanks. Logistics wins wars, and they can't logistically verify any of the sort of stuff.
Manufacturing.
Yeah, but this is just nuts. Okay, exactly. Yeah, Holy Donut says for $1 trillion we can build out this entire country easily, done. But this bill is unfortunate. Look, I'm in agreement with this bill, and here's the cool thing. This bill, and we'll go into it. And I've read through the whole thing because it's only 27 pages. What was the last spending bill? How many pages was it?
I don't know how much.
Do you remember what the last spending bill, how much it was? Like 900 something pages?
We spent, I don't know, we've spent so much money on other things that we need to.
Yeah,
I
no.
don't remember.
It's nuts. Okay, now, as we've gone through so many bills in this channel, okay, they're double spaced. Okay, so 27
No wonder why
pages.
people think that American senators are incompetent, because how can they have all the time to read like 900 something pages?
Yeah. So
There's just
for our first, well, I guess second video, here's Ed Markey of the All Aboard bill. Let's go ahead and put this on. Let me mute this here because I don't want it to feedback.
All aboard who are coming aboard. Isn't that fun? All right, so let's get serious. Well, it's fun too, but let's get serious about the issue. My partner, Congressman Chris Deluzio of Pennsylvania, and I are excited to be finally announcing our All Aboard Act to make a transformative investment in our nation's national rail network. Because right now, the transportation sector accounts for more than, unbelievably, 1/4 of all greenhouse gas emissions in the United States. You heard that right. 1/4 of all greenhouse gas emissions. But we can do something about it. Trains will get us back on track for a cleaner, a greener, a more connected future. And they are available in communities all across our country. And we know that trains are already the least carbon intensive mode of transportation. And with reasonable investment, they can quickly become zero emission. And that's why the All Aboard Act will invest more than $200 billion over the next 5 years to kickstart more high-performance rail projects all across our country, expand existing passenger rail service, make planet-saving investments in electrifying new and existing rail, and improve rail climate resiliency, and expand the rail workforce. And by the way, we're going to do it all with union labor. So to the numbtots, the rail fans, the train buffs, and everyone who wants to get us on track toward our clean energy future, I am asking you to put on your conductor's caps and join me as we steam ahead towards the rail of the future. All aboard!
All right, so there you go. There's Ed Markey himself tooting his tooting the whistle there. Okay, yeah. All right, look, I like the guy. Okay, I think that this what he's doing here with the All Aboard plan is great, and I think we need that. By the way, for those of you, because this is a new term for me, numbtots. Apparently, that's an acronym for New Urbanist Memes for Transit-Oriented Teens. I didn't know that this was an actual term now that's become a thing, but it started from New Urbanist Shitposting, which I remember seeing. That's the actual name of the group, okay? YouTube, whatever. Stick it up yours. But the thing is that, you know, again, we've said so many times that this is mainly more of a difference between generations, that you see more of the younger generations, whether they're left wing or right wing, very much. And I hate that whole paradigm of this
Left versus right.
Yeah, this whole dichotomy that it's left versus right. It's really we
actually have a lot more common than we think.
Yeah, there's a lot of common ground that we can find and whatever, and it's basically going back more to traditional modes of transportation, right? Because that's what trains are. Okay, but again, here you go, Senator Ed Markey. He's a baby boomer, and he agrees with this. Okay, so here you go. Now again. For the baby boomers out there, no, not all of you're bad. I don't know why are you the only guys that say that the only generation that when I talk about and talk crap about millennials, Nobody says, well, I'm not. Do you guys understand the term per capita? Do you guys understand the terms of just.
And then if they were the ones that are lazy, where are my benefits?
Okay, we get it. We love you guys. You guys are our parents, okay? If you're on our side, thank you, okay? But then again, when we're talking about the generation as a whole, that's just a different thing, okay? And we know, not all millennials are ridiculous or whatever and all that sorts of stuff, but we get it as a whole. The millennial generation is kind of, yes, and not all Gen Z is all broccoli heads. Where's your broccoli head? Oh, you don't have the broccoli head, okay. I went to the gym today at LA Fitness, and oh, man. What's with all the Gen Zs with the perms and the broccoli heads? I don't get it. Even Catherine back there is just nodding her head like I don't get it. But anyway, so here's Senator Markey, Representative DeLuzio introduced legislation to transform U.S. rail network. And again, most of it is coming in. If you read through the bill, as we've read through, for some reason it lost all my highlights here, which is annoying. But I can just go through a couple things that I saw over here. Again, most of it is mainly when you look through it. The main thing is coming through is about funding and combining all the agencies to have some sort of board to go ahead and talk about these things. Now, there's nothing that really talks about, like we said, funding is great. We have all the funding in the world, okay? Apparently, we can go ahead and within, like this, you can get all these senators on a napkin to go ahead and sign a bill for billions of dollars to go overseas. But when it comes to doing all nation to go ahead and build a quarter, not even, or a small portion of what we can rubber stamp in a week or a day. Oh no, yeah. Oh, but are the trains? Are they gonna help? Are they gonna help the greatest? No. Fund the country first. No. I don't want to bomb any more countries. I want to fix our own country. Please, no more. It hasn't helped us in the last. How much we spent in Afghanistan for what? We defeated the Taliban, so the Taliban can come back in. But regardless, it's not just about the funding. I get it. We want to fund transit. Perfect. The problem is the regulatory framework that is in place currently in the United States makes it damn near impossible to go ahead and approve this sort of stuff and get this done. Remember, this is the country that was able to build the Panama Canal within itself. The Pentagon was built, what, in a matter of months?
The whole entire 50 miles?
No, not the Panama Canal. Let's go the Pentagon. Speaking of the Pentagon, they were built in like 7 months. Something like that. Yeah, I'm not joking. Okay, look it up. It was built like in the 1940s, right in the precipice of World War II, right in the middle of the war. Okay, they built one of the largest buildings, and it's still in existence. Okay, by square footage, one of the largest buildings in existence. Okay, we built speaking of like Los Angeles, and we're talking about the California high-speed rail. Okay, the Los Angeles Aqueduct was built in 4 years, 110 years ago. Okay,
how long did it take to build the Panama Canal?
I think it took what was it? So why don't you look it up real quick? There you go. Jamie, bring that up. You're not Jamie, you're Darius. Okay, you're probably better. Hey, come on, man, you got this. But anyway, the point is that we were able to build so much in this country in quicker time. We brought that before on one of the bookmarks. I'm not going to go through it now. But how long was it built in? Let me see. Construction date 1904. Date completed 1914. Okay, 10 years. 10 years to build one of the biggest projects in 110 years ago. Okay, we can't even build. Wait, they built the Panama Canal, dredging through an entire country. Okay,
with a couple of lakes in between.
Yeah, within 10 years.
It benefits not only America but also the whole world. Maritime trade.
How long is it going to take to build the Gateway program, the Gateway project in New York? Just a tunnel between New Jersey and New York is going to take 10 years.
That's so ridiculous.
No, it's nuts. So again, the money is great. I'll take the money.
And you know who else the money's going to instead? All of these migrants coming in.
Well, you know, and apart from a whole bunch of things, okay? The money's going into all the wrong places. That's the problem. What about Appalachia, who still hasn't recovered from Hurricane Helene?
And it's now winter.
There's people that are freezing out there. It's nuts. Let me see. Let me get you the link there, guys. Okay. Some people are asking on. There you are. There you go, guys. There is the link. Link. There you go. All right, but talking about this, let me go over here. So let me see. Achieve zero emissions, 50% of all trains by 2030. That's pretty ambitious. Of all new trains by 2035 and all locomotives by 2047. Okay. There's also, let me see. Go here. But before Grok, before Bing AI, before ChatGPT, there was Control F. Electrification. There we go. One of the big things here in this bill is electrification. Overhauling the country to have electrification for a massive amount of the country, which is good. This is the type of stuff. Includes battery electric technology that propels locomotive or trains and rail yards and other environmentals in which catenary infrastructure is difficult to deploy as determined by the secretary. Okay, so they're going to have a whole committee with the EPA, the FRA, DOT, and some other. Let me see if I can find it over here. EPA, let me see if it comes up. No, not preparing. Department of, yeah, here we go. The Secretary, in coordination with the administration and in consultation with the Department of Energy, the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, and many other agencies, any other agency deemed relevant by the Secretary and administration shall conduct a study to evaluate the feasibility, benefits, equity impacts, and challenges of co-locating. Again, studies, and I get it. We got to do the studies. No problem, Windbramer. Okay, thank you, King. Yeah, we got the link on there. Okay, that's for everybody in the Discord. And I get it. Having all these committees and having all this stuff. The problem is deleting and making sure that we can get rid of the framework. Okay, and I was going through this trying to find this. Like maybe I'm not fighting it over here. Maybe I go ahead and look streamline. Not fighting it. Okay, maybe I'm not fighting it. Okay, let's go to Grok. Where in Markey's All Aboard Act does it specify anything about streamlining approvals? The information available doesn't explicitly detail sections within the All Aboard Act specifically titled and focused on streamlining approvals. However, from the discussions and summaries of the bill, general implications, the Act's push for significant funding for rail projects inherently involves an expectation of streamlining processes. Okay, there's an expectation, but we need to put in the bill. It's 27 pages. Let's make it 28. Not even. Maybe half more. Where's the bottom here? There we go. Okay. Another page. Let's make another page. Again, 27-page bill, which double-spaced, big margins, maybe really 10 pages. Okay? But that's the thing. Yeah, exactly. ACB, study hell. We don't want the whole thing to turn into study hell about appropriations of money where it's going to go to nothing. I get it. I like the money. Money makes the world go around. Got it. Let's find a way, and this is where we're talking about Elon Musk, okay? This was cool before Elon Musk, okay? Is getting rid of
Dodge can really push this. I don't make them efficient before.
Yeah, I don't think. Look, I like the idea of Doge. I think it's great. I think the idea is great. I don't know how it's going to be implemented, and I think Musk is going to be hitting a wall. I welcome the sentiment. I welcome the whole energy of trying to go ahead and reduce the amount of players in the regulatory space of the government. I just hope to some way that we can be able to do it before it all comes crashing. It not even comes crashing down. It's just a giant clock that's going to come to a halt because there's so many gears all over the place, and they're all just going to ran and grind into each other to make nothing happen. Okay, and that's the thing. Let's see where it goes. Let's see what can happen. Okay, but I think it's something. There's indirect references, environmental regulatory stream. While the bill itself isn't directly cited here, the context provided around the discussions of the bill indicates part of the investment will be used to make environmental review processes under the National Environmental Policy Act more efficient. How? Okay, it needs to be dropped down, not 4 years, because there's so much in this country that was built in less than 4 years. The Empire State Building was built in a year and a half. Okay, the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, I'm just coming up on the top of my head, was built in what, 3 years? Hoover Dam was built in like maybe 2 years or something like that. Regardless, the whole thing in this country is that we need to be able to make it easy to build good things that are going to last, like it did before 100 years ago. Okay, because there's still stuff that, look, you can go to Key West. We can go to Key West. Well, I don't want to go to Key West right now. I want to go to the Keys, but regardless, you can go to the Keys right now, and you can still see the bridge is still there from the overseas railroad. It's still standing there. Okay, being it right there in the salt water in the Straits of Florida. It's there. The eighth one. It was called the eighth modern wonder of the world.
7-mile bridge.
I mean, it's incredible that they were able to build that. Okay, we have the technology, and the technology is being used.
McCoy.
Yeah, the technology is still being used. I mean, South Korea, China, they can build a mile of high-speed rail per day at their fastest. A mile. California, it's been 10 years. California has still not built 1 mile of rail. Lots of concrete, no rail. That's a problem. Okay, funding, perfect. Let's get let's focus on the real problem, because California has lots of funding. Yeah, the voters approved the funding, $8 billion, not a far cry from $100 billion that is needed now for California. But still, we need to clean house with a lot of this stuff, and we need to get it done. California high-speed rail can be done before 2030, from San Francisco all the way to Los Angeles. Okay, we'll give it a pass for San Diego. I just want San Francisco. The voters approved San Francisco to Los Angeles. It needs to get done.
And what about Las Vegas?
All right, well, Las Vegas, there you go. This Brightline, a private company, is going to build, and we'll talk about Brightline, because I know you guys want to talk about Brightline. Brightline, a Florida company, a Floridian private company, is building a high-speed passenger rail system between Las Vegas and Rancho Cucamonga. Rancho, okay? I keep saying Cucamonga, but everybody there calls it Rancho, so I'm just going to call it Rancho from now on, because I don't like Cucamonga. Sounds like a kookaburra sitting in the old gum tree. That's what it sounds like to me. But anyway, and this is the main problem, because while I was searching for this, I did not look for this. Okay, so before any of you say, well, you're trying to beat on the Democrats or anything like that. No joke. This is what I found when I searched up Senator Ed Markey, the first thing. Here's a tweet. This is incredible. Last night, Senator Ed Markey gave an eloquent speech warning against the extreme dangers of the TikTok ban and the giant national security bill. He correctly denounced it as an unprecedented state censorship. Then, he proceeded to vote yes on the bill. Why would you do that? What? That's the thing. I don't know if it's some sort of compromise or what's the matter, but
it's pressure.
And this is the problem that I have. The Republican Party, I have my own gripes with. I've already said so much about the Republican Party that I'm sick of talking about it. Okay, the Democrat Party has this massive issue, and for the guys of you on the left, when it comes to transit, this is the problem when it comes to your party, because it's your party. It's not my party. The Republican Party is not my party. I agree with maybe 50%, and I don't think the Republican Party is even conservative enough. It's basically a Democrat Party from 10 years ago. The point is, the Democrat Party has a problem when it comes to transportation and infrastructure. They say one thing and then do something else. Or they go ahead, do it half-assedly. They're there they take the pic. Smile! Where's the scissors? Wait, do we have scissors here? Where's
They pretend they're starting on a project.
There we go. There we are. Here we go. Yay! Yay! This is the Democrats. This is what they love. Here, Democrats. Here you go. Little scissors, little singer scissors, and you can do your little ribbon cutting. Build the thing. Build it. I'm done. I'm tired of this. Build it. I'm tired of little ribbon cuttings. That's enough.
Are ribbon cuttings appropriate for when the project is finished afterwards?
Yes. Do it, but how about this? Wouldn't it be nice to be able to ribbon cut within, I don't know, a year of your administration, maybe 2 years of your administration? Wouldn't that be nice? Or how about multiple ribbon cuttings? How about I don't care about having ribbon cuttings? I care that I
just one ribbon cutting, the grand opening.
Yeah, the grand opening. Do it
of a completed project.
All right. Second to last silly topic, and I'm going to go real quick over this because I had the unfortunate experience again of being forced to fly Spirit Airlines, and people keep asking, if you hate Spirit Airlines so much, why do you keep flying Spirit Airlines? Because I'm basically freaking forced to fly Spirit Airlines, and here you go for people who keep saying, here you go. This is the problem. It's kind of similar to what I had, okay? And no joke, the cheapest flight, direct flight, to go from Indianapolis to Fort Lauderdale, because the Miami International Airport is an absolute nightmare to go through, so I just avoid that in general. Just go to Fort Lauderdale, get my stuff, get out. Spirit Airlines and this is again, I'm trying to make this as close to the comparison of the flight that I just took. The cheapest flight round trip is $482 nonstop on Spirit, budget airlines. Okay, now Southwest delayed 31 minutes. Okay, this is one stop at Atlanta. Okay, $497. Okay, so you're paying more to go 2 stops. Okay, here's the problem: is that for a nonstop flight or one-stop flights, you're paying double the price of Spirit. Look at this: United, $1,317 for one stop, 20 hours. That's the problem. That's why I'm forced to fly Spirit. Okay, this is how it is. Now you go to other times, later in the year, then yeah. But unfortunately, during the holiday season, it seems that this is the problem: is that they're the price leader when it comes to it. Okay,
They're the price, and it's over their option.
and I don't want to even talk about the baggage situation of Spirit Airlines, because I paid for both 2 check-ins. So I paid for the comfy seats. I went all out. Okay, it's Spirit Airlines. Probably the last time I'll have to fly them. I hope to God. Okay, I spit on them. I spit. No F in the chats for Spirit. I want S in the chats for Spirit when it's gone. I'm gonna have a big freaking party when this thing is gone. Okay, and we'll talk about. Well, we're gonna have a whole stream dedicated to Spirit Airlines when they go.
Spit Airlines.
Talk about Spit Airlines. There you go. Good job, Darius. Spit Airlines. Oh man, but yeah, spit it. Here we go. Hold on.
Free to catch passengers whose bags are a little bit too big, $10 per bag. And I think, Mr. Klein, you and Mr. Schroeder, your airlines cumulatively have spent $26 million paying gate agents between 2022 and 2023 to catch passengers whose bags are a little bit too big. $26 million. I mean, if people want to know why it's such a terrible experience to fly, this is news for them today.
All right, so there you go. There's Senator Josh Hawley, and we had this. Okay, the bags that we have are standard carry-on luggage size. Okay, whatever it is, the 28 inches, this and that. Okay, and I measured Spirit Airlines' little thing because they were trying to make a big deal about it. I took a little tape measure with me. Okay, I don't have it here. I should have had it here for a prop so I can show you guys. I'm not kidding.
It's a common size for a check-in bag, but yet I know exactly why they're
Heartless
telling it over to trying to put it to oversize.
Yeah, Heartless Fiend is saying, I hope Spirit Airlines doesn't get bailed out. Yeah, you know what? Good. You know what? If you suck at business, you sure to get bailed out. The same thing goes to GM. If you make crappy products, you have a crappy service, you don't get bailed out. Losers don't get. They don't get. How do I put this? You don't get rewarded. Bad behavior does not get rewarded.
Spirit Airlines has a very good way of curbing baggage fees.
Yeah, and curbing baggage fees, but it's
from common baggage lane.
This is just nuts. Okay, but yeah, Spirit Airlines, I spit on you. I spit on your service. I am so glad that you're going, and I'm not going to be stuck with your oligopoly. Okay, now I've looked at some other flights. Let me see.
Spirit doesn't want to take you anymore.
Well, no, there'll be other flights because again, the nice thing about
and that's why you have Miami.
Well, here's the nice thing, Indianapolis.
MIA.
Okay, let me finish. The nice thing about Indianapolis Airport is that it's an open gate. Or I forget what the actual term is, but the gates are not owned by any of the airline companies. Okay, so any airline can have a gate, and it's not like Southwest has their whole gate all decorated or anything like that. No, they can change gates back and forth. Okay, and that's a big issue when it comes to gates, because you have terminals. Like United has their own terminal in Newark, or American Airlines has their own terminal in Chicago. Allegiant or any of the other companies cannot go to those terminals or those gates because it's completely owned by American Airlines. Okay, so Indianapolis and some other smaller and newer airports did it differently, where any of the airlines can go to any of the gates. Now, if I go to, let's say, in the middle
of a national emergency, as part critical infrastructure, they should be, at least one terminal should be reserved for mass deportations. I know it might cause even more disruption, but if that means we'll be able to get our careers and our streets are safer, then I'm totally fine with one terminal being occupied by C-130s conducting mass deportations.
Okay, you got to put that in the bill, man. Okay, so if I go... No, look at that. It's nuts. Okay, so if I go to Wednesday, January 22nd to Wednesday, January 29th, Spirit Airlines is $94, and the next airline that's cheapest is Southwest, $437. Why? Well, it's not. I'm not going to get into the whole economics of why airlines do this or not, because we'll be here all day, and I don't really want to talk about this all day. I really don't care. But anyway, last little thing before we go to Brightline, little palette cleanser. For City Aesthetics, I brought this hat for him. Here we go, because he doesn't understand the magic of Buc-ee's. So there you go, City Aesthetics. There you go. You gotta. Once you have the brisket sandwich, you will understand, my friend. You will understand. But yeah, this is what I talked about: making beautiful neighborhoods, beautiful cities. We can do that again. We can certainly do that. Okay. Adam, you said what airline has free carry-on bags and luggage? Every other. I flew Delta. The last flight I flew to Los Angeles, which was, by the way, cheaper than the Spirit Airlines flight to go from Indianapolis to Fort Lauderdale. The Delta flight from Indianapolis to Los Angeles was half the price. I won't say why or how, because it's a lot to get into. But regardless, I can carry one personal item, a backpack, and one free carry-on, a small suitcase or a roller. Okay, standard size carry-on roller. Okay, and the thing is, these are all standardized sizes. The whole travel industry and luggage industry, they all make them standard sizes. So Spirit Airlines is huffing gas and trying to get high on their supply. But regardless, it's just nuts. All right, let's talk about Brightline, because some people are freaking out that Brightline lost money. We told you about this. We know this was going to happen, okay? So here we are, Florida Daily Desk. Brightline Rail reports $116 million financial loss for... That's just the wrong one. Okay.
That's the most recent one I could find.
That's not the... All right, apologies, guys. So let's get to it. I'll go ahead and find one, okay? Regardless, people were talking about... what is it, throughout the whole year. Okay, hold on. Brightline, let's look it up. Here, we'll put on well, we're going again here. You guys want to see Ed Markey again? You guys want to watch that again in the comments? All right, come on. Oh, and the lights are going again. Okay, Brightline, lost. Let's put loss. 2024. Good news. There we are. Oh no, why are they? Recent news. What's going on with this? There we go. All right, let's do the Florida Daily. There you are. All right. So, Florida Brightline higher speed rail trains has lost $493 million this year. Okay. Now we talked about this. The service, the main service, just started to Orlando. Okay. Let me move this a little bit more over here. I'm just making sure that we got this. There we go. Okay. We good? All right. With 2025 approaching, Florida's higher speed train continues to bleed money. Earlier today, the Orlando Business Journal reported that Brightline has lost $493 million, okay? A 44% increase in ridership and 211% increased revenue didn't combine to overcome losses. According to Fortress Investment Group, here's the thing. There you go. According to Fortress Investment Group, a major factor for Brightline's large comprehensive loss was Brightline diverting $218.6 million towards paying off the billions of dollars in debt, and interest expenses increased. And interest increased by $78.9 million. Okay, so we said this is going to be a big project. It's going to take at least 10 years for them to really start. We've seen this in every other country. Okay, the Shinkansen took 10 years to go ahead and amortize its debt. Okay, and a lot of other countries have done the same thing. It's going to start at a loss, and then once you go ahead, scale out the service, go ahead and do it in more places, as more passengers get used to it, as the ridership increases, it will make money. This is not cope. This is not copium or anything like that. We said this from the beginning, since before Brightline even started construction. Because one of the major things that all the naysayers were saying, oh, there's no way that it could be able to make money. This is going to be a money. No train in the world makes money. No, that's false, okay? There were so many other private companies in Italy. The Italo company, who was started, I believe, by one of Ferrari's former CEOs. Okay, yeah, they lost money for the first couple of years. The good thing about it is that they didn't have to build the rail lines because the Italian government made it public for any private company to go ahead and use for a fee the high-speed rail lines that they built. But they were able to go ahead and start making a profit. Let me see if I can go ahead and look that up. The exact amount of money that they made. Let me see. Or let me just look up Italo. Let's see if it comes up on Wikipedia. So they are. Let me see. Okay, the last time. Okay. So the last time they operated revenue, 2020, they lost money. Okay, operating income 51 million euros. Okay, so maybe not the best. All right. I will be fair, okay, because I did say it. Maybe not the best example, but there you go. Okay? So not the best, but let's bring in another company, okay? Let's bring in the big guys, okay? Here we are, Central Japan Railway Company. There you go. And boom, it's all in the green. There you go. Look at that. Okay, I'm not going to go ahead and start naming all the names. So there you go. Okay, now, the way that Bright Line is operating is both a real estate company and a railroad operations company, where they're operating passenger rail lines to stations that they own the rights to. They own the whole entire area of the stations, like Miami Central, which is, they have towers, they have apartment buildings, they have office complexes, so it's a mixed-use real estate project, and they're going to be able to collect on that, okay? And now they're expanding out to Tampa, they're expanding to Los Angeles, to Las Vegas, or Rancho de Las Vegas. So yeah, it's going to take that. Now, it would be nice if the government could be able to provide, I don't know, instead of having high interest loans, maybe being able to cut off the interest or anything like that. That would be great. But this is the problem, is that they'll go ahead and let a company that has an absolute right to be there, that can be able to go ahead and make a profit. It's not, but they'll go ahead and keep Spirit Airlines has been around for way too long. And I guarantee you, Spirit Airlines has gotten a lot of money, a lot of government surplus money.
A monopoly.
Yeah, stimulus money. I'm sorry, not surplus. There's too much military surplus. But anyway, it's talking about the stimulus money that they keep getting, like the same thing like General Motors. Okay. Now, I will keep to my word, like I said before, because somebody's going to go ahead and pick apart this in 2 years from now. Some scummy journalist, probably from like Salon or something like that, is going to head. The extreme right-wing transit enthusiast once said that losers should not be rewarded, but then goes on to say that Brightline should be rewarded even though it's losing money. Yeah, it just started. Apart from Spirit Airlines, has been around for what, too long? 15 years? 20 years? How long Spirit Airlines been around?
Spirit. I really don't know how.
Jamie, pull that up.
All right.
Darius, pull that up. Yeah,
okay, let me see.
Yeah, this is what we're talking about. It's just look. We can be able to not just fund this. We can make this easier for our own companies to be able to build and build this out.
1983.
1983. Spirit, you've been around since what? Send that to me. Send it. 41 years. Okay, I'm alive. I'm still alive. 41 years. Spirit Airlines has been around. But anyway, all right. I'm gonna let it go. Let's bring in the chat. It's Christmas time. Okay, let's bring in the chat, shall we? Here we go. Let's bring in. Wow, 9 people in the audience. Look at that, including yourself. There we go. Look at that. Wow, this is wonderful. Merry Christmas, guys. There we go. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do this a lounge sort of way. There we go. Bring up the chat over here. Do big and small companies need to pay off debt? Yeah, in some ways, yes, they do. What airline has? Okay, let me see. Anyway, any other comments on here? Milwaukee Road used to have electric locomotives pulling freight, but by the 1980s they pulled them all down because they figured it would be cheaper to run diesel than electric. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's pretty crazy to have electric railways all through the Rocky Mountains. That's just nuts. I mean, probably. My 2 favorite railroad, 3. Let's say my 3 favorite railroads: Florida East Coast, Milwaukee Railroad, the Pennsylvania Railroad. Those I would say are my top 3. So let's go ahead. Let's bring on David.
There it is.
There it is. What? Spirit Airlines. Okay, there we go. Let me bring one last thing. All right, let's see. There you go. Yeah, Spirit Airlines. 41 years ago as Charter One. Commenced operation 34 years ago as Charter One. It took them a long time to get into operations. There you go. 32 years ago as Spirit Airlines. So they've been around longer than me. 32 years ago. Look at that. Alrighty. David, let's go ahead and bring him on. And then we'll bring on everybody else. We're gonna do this really rapidly, okay? 1 minute each person, and then we're gonna get going on from there. So we're gonna bring everybody on here. Merry Christmas. This is the lounge now. Okay, I don't know why it's not letting me invite to speak here. All right, what's going on? Darius, you have admin rights. Can you put on can you go on Discord real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Technical difficulties, guys. For some reason, this Discord for some reason has an issue with me. You guys are seeing me right now. I'm right clicking. Invite to speak. It's not going. What's going on?
All right. Can you grant me permission to speak?
Let me see if you can.
Hello?
No, it's not working. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can do it on your. Let me see. Can you? No, you can't move into the stage. Okay, interesting. All right. This is odd. Okay, I got an idea. Everybody on Discord, we're gonna stop the stage. We're gonna restart the stage again for the third time because Discord can't figure out how to make a proper service. They're not TeamSpeak, so they can't figure out how to do this. And we're gonna do this again. All right. Be right back for everybody. Let's disconnect everybody. Be right back. It's not working. Disconnect and end. All right. Oh man, what a piece of work.
5,
This is
4, 3, 2, 1.
Stream 3 ... There we go. Start stage. Okay. Oh, wait. How did Mighty Tree get on here? Okay, cool. All right. This is interesting. No, I don't want to end the stage. What is going on with Discord tonight?
I really don't know.
Oh man. Okay. Is this working now? Mighty Tree, are you there? David, are you there? What the hell is going on?
You here. You here.
Stop. Mute me. Okay. What the heck is going on here today with Discord? Discord, man, has not been working. I don't know what this is weird. Minor True was able to get on. I don't know how. But everyone else is not. Okay. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna completely kill the program and then start this again. This is nuts. Okay. I don't know what's going on. I got 10 minutes. Okay, David, I'm gonna get you your 10 minutes. I'm gonna get this done in 5. How about that? Let's control out the lead here. Let's put something on and we'll be right back.
Yes, you're here.
Okay. Alrighty. Let's see if this works. I'm gonna get this back on here, guys. All right. Let's listen in. There we go. Okay. This is weird. All right. Let's see if this works. There we go. I think it's working. David. David? Okay, why is my thing not working now? Hold on. Okay, this is just getting ridiculous now. Okay, desktop audio is on. Wait. Let's see. Oh man. Oh man, this is just bad. Discord is getting cold. Discord is getting what cold? Absolute cold Discord.
We're still on there?
No, it's not working. I just completely killed the program. Control Alt Delete, Task Manager, end tasked, brought it back up. Nothing.
I know, man.
This is nuts, and you guys are all seeing this. You all are a witness to this. Okay, witness me as nothing freaking happens with Discord. This is we've had no problems before. Okay. Oh man. Discord is NIMBY confirmed. Yeah, this sucks, guys. Oh man, yeah. This is nuts. Okay. One more time. Let's do this again. I'm trying to. I'm trying, man. Look at this. Look, so you guys can see. I am clicking. Wait. Here's invite to speak. Here they are. Here you are. Where's my baseball bat? I'm going to Discord in Minecraft. I'm going to Discord headquarters in Minecraft. I had to restart my computer. No, this is just nuts, guys. Discord is just. I think it's happening for everybody. I don't know what's going on. All right, last time. I'll do this all night. I'll keep doing this all night. Disconnect and end. Here we go. Okay. Oh man. This is the Spirit Airlines level of service here from Discord. We can't get anybody on. Park live stream. Okay. Stream 4. Start stage. If I hear that stupid little song from Discord, I'm gonna hit somebody. Oh man. Not you, Darius. No, I don't want to end the stage. I just.
We're still on air.
Okay, there we go. All right.
We're still podcasting.
We're still podcasting, but is this just nuts? Okay, no, it's not. It's not working, guys. All right, this is pretty bad. This is bad. Discord. Wi-Fi. Yeah, it's not working. Okay, so you guys can hear me.
I can.
Mute it. Okay. You guys can hear me, but I can't put you on. That makes no sense. Oh man. Yeah, you guys can hear me. I get that. Darius, can I put what if I put you to like the top mod here? Can you invite people? Mm-hmm. If I could do that. Yeah, you guys can hear me. Is there another? Let's do this. What if there's a general? Let's do this. I'm gonna go to. Let's go to the general thing. Let's put on the. Let's go over here. Me on the stream. Let's do this. Okay. Let's see if I can go to. Is there a chat? Voice chat. There we are. All right. Can you guys hear me in the voice channels? I can't hear anything on the voice channel for some reason. Okay. Nope. Volume's all the way up. Let me just test it.
All aboard!
We can hear Ed Markey. So that's working. I don't know. This is
for crying out loud.
Ooh.
Volume's all the way up.
Okay, so you can hear me.
Test it.
Anyone else can hear?
All aboard. We can hear it one thing. So,
Darius, mute it, Darius, mute it.
no, this is,
Okay, this is nuts. This is flipping nuts. Default, okay.
Cheers. Talk.
Alright, oh, wait. Okay, I changed the speakers. Hold on. Alright. Okay, I think it's working now.
Yeah, we can hear you. We
Okay.
can hear you.
We got it. Alright, everybody in Discord, to the general chat.
Roger that.
Yep, we can hear
And
you.
also Merry
Alrighty,
Christmas
there
to
we
you
go,
folks
there
as
you go.
well.
Merry Christmas. To hell with you, Discord. We found a way around it. There we go. Alrighty.
Yep.
IT people, I would have.
This-
There
That
we
was
go.
annoying.
Oh man, guys. All right.
About put the camera a little bit so you can get both you and me
There we go.
equally.
Yeah, we did. I did put it to you. Okay. There we go. All right, guys. Here we are. Welcome aboard. Merry Christmas, everybody. We got it working.
Let me.
Darius, don't mess with the camera. I had it perfectly.
Yo, what's up?
All right. Now we got it. This is a disaster, guys. Okay, here we are.
That's how we should have had it at the first.
Merry Christmas. We got it all working now. Finally.
All right. Infantry.
Thank the Lord. Hey.
Okay. What's up, David? What's up, everybody? ACV,
Happy
PTR, Minor Tree, Bit Boy, Windrammer, Grand Trunkline, Brightline Fan. Welcome aboard. Merry Christmas. There we go. We're getting Mary killed again. It's Mary pilled. Okay, I'm not Grinch maxing anymore. There we are.
I see that you don't have time.
Yep, what's not?
That's my sister.
Yeah, that's my sister. Okay.
All right, can I speak because I was trying to speak and I kept.
Go ahead, David. David, the floor is yours. I know you got 10 minutes.
You know, before,
I got 10 minutes before I got to get back to work, but well, I got backed into by a car out in my parking lot today while working. My leg hurt.
No. Oh,
Yep.
man. Dude.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, that freaking hurt getting backed into by a car.
It sucks. Are you okay?
Ooh.
Are you physically okay? That's the main point. Are
Yeah,
you?
I'm okay. Did that at a little numb. Also, did you heard what happened in Texas a couple of days ago?
What happened in Texas a couple days ago?
Did you see the video of that train hitting that semi truck with that massive oversized load?
Oh yes, I think I saw that. Yeah, that's. Oh man, shoot. That was Oh man.
You're Jane. It's so infuriating when you learn that could have been prevented because that semi truck was stuck on the railroad track for 45 freaking minutes.
Yeah, and they said, and look, they have this in ways like, look, you want to use AI, put a camera. You don't even need like a expensive webcam or anything like that. Put a camera, have video thing on it. There's something on the track. Alert Central, Central Dispatch. Wait, there's something on the track. Make sure nothing gets into that area. Stop the track. It's not that hard to do.
Also,
it's just the class ones that want to spend the money.
Also, I do want to bring up that Utah is talking about building a regional rail system.
That's. Do you have an article, a link for that?
There are YouTube videos talking about it.
Oh, I think he's talking about the Rio Grande plan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that I saw. Yeah, the Rio Grande plan. That I saw.
Yeah. We're talking about doing regional rail there. And I have put a link to the video in the community chat. Or right in the video section, but I will send it in here too. But, yeah, let me just send it. There we go. Right here. Like they're
And
talking
also,
about.
who gave that truck driver his CDL?
Oh, yeah. What happened was pretty messed up, because that was the ignorance and someone actually going to go to jail. That for sure, you know?
Yeah, and lowboy trailers and railroad crossings do not mix well together.
So here's a video here for everybody, so you guys can see this.
Oh yeah, I followed it.
Mess.
Yeah, here we go. The instant replay. Here we go.
I thought there was something out of a movie.
Yeah, like, literally, what
Mess.
happened with this?
They're like they're companies.
Oh no.
It was.
Oh no.
This is a disaster movie. Look at this. Oh,
No, not.
Are you seeing a clip from a disaster movie? Okay.
Oh,
Hey guys,
Hey.
just real quick. This is why when I go to a train track, because you remember when I did this? So I was driving with Catherine. We were coming back from somewhere, okay, and there was 2 trains actually coming through. CSX actually filmed it. 2 trains going off the same crossing.
Couple of hoppers coming off the tracks.
Here's the thing. People get
Phew.
yeah, people get so close to the railroad track. I always just back away a little, and I always have enough space just in case if anything happens and anything silly happens that I can reverse out and get the hell out of there just in case.
As someone right now who's just learning how to drive,
Always, guys. Here's
which I should have started learning sooner.
Wait. Think track. Say see tracks. Think train. Yes, but also give yourself enough space just in case between the car in front of you and yourself, just in case anything happens that you can get the hell out of
The
there.
train always wins.
Yeah.
The mass of gravity always has it.
Yeah.
Physics Newton's law.
You cannot beat
It
physics.
takes about 2 miles at least for a train to come from 50 miles an hour to a complete stop. What it takes otherwise a car about a few hundred feet.
Okay. So go ahead, man.
speaking
And
of
that's loaded down with thousands of tons.
Oh, I know. Hey, speaking of Dimitri, did you ever watch the video that I sent you of my wife singing?
Yeah, I did, man. That was pretty cool. I mean, that's just super talented, man.
Mm-hmm. That fell for you. She got a good one.
Yep, you got to keep her, man. Just that's
Forgot to
incredible.
mention that, of course, in Miami, if you do the right thing, like while driving, like staying a good distance away from the railroad tracks and making sure there's absolutely nothing coming before passing, you get honked at.
It's Miami, dude.
But I'll be honest, it's a crazy what's been happening this week. Like, here, see, the trucker in that accident might be facing manslaughter charges because both the engineer and the cadet, both of them died. In that accident.
No, that's another thing. Is that it's jail time, possible hanging. I mean, I've been just saying, you know what? We got to start getting back to getting back to the West here. Here we go. Let's just get back. Let's get back to America.
What about due process?
Let's get back to dark MAGA here. There we go.
What about due process?
Yeah, due process.
Yeah.
Wait, you put
Let's
it
not
the
forget
process.
that.
You get the court case within a week to the gallows. There you go. Done. And you won't be doing this
And
again.
then again, we have a right to speedy trial benefits not just the defendant, but also the victim's
There we
family
go. Yeah.
and society.
This hat looks a little silly, but anyway. Great.
It's crazy.
Silly.
I want one of those hats.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but I'm not looking forward to tomorrow because I got to work tomorrow too, and tomorrow is Christmas Eve, so people are going to be acting crazy.
Oh man, you got the Christmas Eve shift. See, I've had those before, man, dude. It's brutal, but you'll get through it.
I hope I don't get one of those at
the last
35
minute
tomorrow.
shop.
I hope not either, man. But yeah, it's brutal, but it's just part of the retail slog, man. It's just what it is.
And BurgerFi happens to be open on Christmas Day.
Oh man, okay, you're not going to work on Christmas Day, no man.
I'm not.
No. All right. Anyway, David, any last words before you have to go back to the slog?
Yeah, hopefully get some more high-speed rail project popping up before the 2030s because that would be great.
I hope so, man. Okay, we're gonna leave we're gonna get to this article that you sent here as a final thumbs up from you, man. Trump names former Pan Am Railways President David Fink to FRA administrator. So
I knew Pan Am had a railway.
yeah, there was a Pan Am Railway. Alrighty.
They did until CSX bought them up.
Makes sense for travel. Alrighty, David, take care, man. Merry Christmas.
Well, night. I got to get back to work.
All right, back to the salt mines for you, man. Good luck.
Yeah, I still got around 30 minutes before my shift ends, so y'all have a good night.
Take care, man. Take
You
care.
too.
All right.
Merry
All right.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas, man. All right, so somebody put here, Trump names former Pan Am Railways President David Fink to be FRA administrator. Administrator. I need loosen my tongue here. Muted. Okay.
At least he put a railroad man in there.
Yeah, that's something. This is interesting. Fifth generation railroader who will bring 45 plus years of transportation leadership and success, which will deliver the FRA into a new era of safety and technological innovation. I like that technological innovation. Let's see.
Ooh.
Well, let's see what he's done, because again, I'm not too familiar with the guy. I'm very, just very by passing. Like, I've seen his name somewhere, and I'm like, okay, and that's it. I'm not too familiar with the guy. Let's see. David Armstrong Fink is a former president of Pan Am Railways, son of the late David Andrew Fink, a career railroader who worked for the Pennsylvania Railroad and Penn Central before serving as the president. The Pensy area of Guilford Transportation, later rebranded as Pan Am.
In the house.
Yeah. The younger Fink began his career with General Motors in the 1980s. How did that happen? And became Pan Am Railways president in 2006 after serving as executive vice president in 1998. He remained president through Pan Am's acquisition by CSX Transportation, a deal announced in 2020 and approved in April 2022. Chuck Baker, president of American Short Line and Regional Railroad Association, said in a statement that his organization is, quote, excited to support Fink's nomination. Will bring fulsome understanding to the entirety of the unique, interconnected U.S. freight rail networks. As CEO of Shortline Railroad, Pan Am's prior to its sale, David was an active and respected participant in an association. Under his leadership, Pan Am was an industry award-winning company. He has extensive experience interacting with all the relevant stakeholders in the rail industry. We know him as a high-energy, solution-minded strategist, and following his confirmation, look forward to working with him on smart regulations. There we go. To advance the safety of rail. Well, let's see. Let's see how they do it. Advance the safety of rail in the U.S. and on expediting the FRA's critical infrastructure investment programs. All right. Let's see. I'll have to look more into the guy. Amtrak CEO says David Fink's extensive railroad and transportation experience makes him a great candidate for an administrator of the Federal Railroad Administration. There you go. Amtrak successfully collaborated with David on safety, technology, and passenger train performance while he led Pan Am Railways. Gardner said the company looks forward to working with Fink. Transportation Secretary designee Sean Duffy, which I don't know why the heck he's... Okay, it's like the same thing with who's the SecDef, or who's the SecDef going to be, hun?
Secretary of Defense.
Peter Hegseth?
Yeah, Peter Hegseth. Yeah, Pete Hegseth. Yeah. What? Okay. So he's a what's his rank? Captain in the army. Okay, I know several guys who are captain. I know captain in the Air Force. It's.
But he knows where the bodies are buried.
Okay. All right. I guess. I mean, look, it's better than what we had before, okay? He's not going to be some weirdo that's going to be stealing people's luggage at the airports, okay?
The guy who dealt with the...
Yeah.
With nuclear codes?
Look, it is,
or at least
definitely looks like somebody who knows what they're doing, okay? So, honestly, I'll give this one a thumbs up, all right? I'll give this nominee a thumbs up. You got my approval, and if 20-second approval, 20-second look, first impressions, I'll give him a thumbs up. There we go. All right.
Yeah, no problem for me.
Yep. Okay, guys. Let's. I know we got delayed back, so let's have 15 more minutes on here, and then we'll call it a night. So let's keep on.
My PC is dying.
Your PC is dying?
All right.
Oh man. Okay. Anybody else? Come on.
All right. Can I speak?
Go ahead, man.
All right. So basically, I've heard about what's going on in Congress a few days ago. Yeah, they were trying to pass a 1,500 budget bill.
Yeah, that was nuts. I mean, and there was a scaled down version of it. I think down to 200 or 100 something pages or whatever. The problem is that these bills, there should be single line or one single item bills, just like the bill we just saw, the all aboard bill, 27 pages, pretty simple to understand. You can go ahead and look through there. Now, I think it needed a little bit. That's something that needs a little bit more fleshing out in terms of. I say there needs to be something that's added on regulatory streamlining. But apart from that, perfect bill. Anybody can understand that. 27 pages. You can read that. With a coffee in the morning. You don't have to have your secretary run through it. I mean, even now, you can run that. They don't. This Congress is so lazy. They can't even give a bill to ChatGPT to go ahead and summarize it. That's the problem. Oh, then again, if you give a 1,000-page bill to ChatGPT is going to off itself. It's going to look at it. No.
And we have Democratic politicians that were complaining about the bill.
Man.
Yeah, they were complaining about it because basically
and they want to pay raises.
Yeah.
This is just. I mean, look, you can complain about the bill, and I mean, it's like what happened with Markey. He complained about and spoke highly, very much against the TikTok bill, and then voted for it. And it's the problem is that a lot of these senators, it'll be very few. It'll be like 13 representatives that vote against the bill. That's a majority. It's ridiculous. But at least, are we still? So again, I've been off of politics for 2 days, and things have been moving crazy fast. So those two bills, as I heard, both got voted down. So we're going to a government shutdown. Am I correct here?
No, I think they actually passed it.
Oh, they did pass it. So in the last 2 days that I haven't watched politics, now something is happening?
Yeah. I remember. It was. I believe they actually passed that on the 21st.
Oh.
Way after the deadline. After the deadline.
Okay, so is the government still shutting down?
Well, technically, I don't know.
Oh man, this makes no sense, man. It's just our government needs help.
Approved stopgap funding bill just after government shutdown deadline. So they managed to get it in. Oh yeah, so they managed to get it in, but it was like maybe a 1-day shutdown and didn't even notice it.
It's not happening, guys. The happening canceled. Nothing ever happens. Nothing ever happens.
I'd say just shut the thing down and only have like essential functions and just call it a day.
Yeah, I mean, this is the problem is that, again, we cannot be, and all these bills have, I don't know how many hidden things in there. It's a surprise. We have to go ahead and see, we have to pass the bill before we see what's inside, like Nancy Pelosi said. Remember about the Obamacare? Remember that, Darius?
Worst thing you could do, but...
Oh, you have to pass the bill so you can read it.
Yeah, no, it's just like, nuts.
Hundreds of pages, in some cases thousands.
Hold on. Listen, you have to read the bill first, and then you'll pass it. That's what I did in my
but not if it's like thousands of pages long. Like, they sneak all this pork and all these riders in there. Like, the all aboard bill, 27 pages.
Yeah, I mean...
Even if it's got to be a single line item.
We need...
That's how you streamline shit, and you get all of the unnecessary stuff out of it. Like... spending hundreds of billions of dollars overseas when our own house is burning down metaphorically and literally.
Yeah, this is the thing. We're all in agreement on this. This is the problem. Is that this is common sense. We all agree with it, but it's not for some reason Congress doesn't want to do it. We don't know. No, they do this on purpose. That's the problem. It's infuriating, and they can continue to get away with it. That's the problem, but it's just it's angering. It really is. It's upsetting. It's angering, and something just has to. At some point. I don't know. Again, I'm optimistic, cautious, but if you let's see what happens with the next administration. I don't know. Let's see.
All right, with some positive notes, Brightline will be starting construction next year in 2025.
There we go. They'll get to LA first. It's the race to LA.
For California HSR.
Oh man, yeah, no, that's gonna be good. And good news, we're on our way to getting. I was supposed to have an interview this week with somebody from Brightline. It's been moved online, so we're getting something done in the process. I won't say who, but we're getting something moved forward. So this is the next video, the next real video that we're going to do. And the only reason why I'm holding off from doing videos is I want this next one to be a big bang off the starting line. So then 2025 becomes like the year of American Rail Club. That's what we want to do. So we're
right with hopefully the year of prosperity.
Yeah.
Like we're all looking forward to.
So,
golden era.
Yeah. So let's see. We'll keep up with the live streams, but we're gonna keep this on,
even if it does hopefully go as an age of a golden dream of America. We still have to keep on fighting.
Yeah. Let's see. Look,
we can't just relax. Oh,
yeah. If you
because that is kind of the problem.
Yeah. You can't be disappointed if you expect disappointment, but to keep going in that sentiment, it's just going to push you to just not actually do anything cementing anything new, because you're just expecting that, and you're just you're staying at a baseline that's you're not doing anything. So I get it, I understand, we're all part of the same sentiment. We've seen so many promises, we've heard so many things, we get it. We know we can do better. We know it's possible. We know this country has been able to do it before. It's just, there's a lot that needs to get done.
Oh, well, I've heard Bernie complaining about not having his bill passed, his healthcare bill, Bernie Sanders. I'm like, well, I agree with it, but the problem is that is too much to handle. That is too much for this country to handle.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, I don't think the universal health care would ever work in this country. But we definitely need to repeal Obamacare and some other measure that Bush passed that was the pre-runner to Obamacare, which made the healthcare system worse because it incentivized private companies to not cover certain things or push them off. And there's a lot of doctors that don't take this here or don't take that there. So its policy or its intended consequences was more harm than good. So
yeah, very, very briefly, Obamacare was mostly written by the health insurance companies, and
bingo.
I understand. I get the sentiment with what the event that happened in a certain place in New York on a certain date. However, it shouldn't have happened because United Healthcare should not have been in business. Okay, we talked about before a 3-strike rule. United Healthcare has been caught 3 times, convicted on 3 federal felonies. That company should have been shut down. It shouldn't have been happening. There needs to be some sort of they're not some sort of enforcement. There needs to be enforcement, strict enforcement in place for companies that do bad things to Americans. That shouldn't have happened. Nobody had to have died, but this company should not have been in business. Plain and simple.
But also trying to make a certain somebody a folk hero doesn't help either, because now you're putting a giant target on everyone's back that has a disagreeing of viewpoint.
No, I agree. And it's true. And look, it's not like this sort of stuff hasn't happened in American history before, and everybody is now all of a sudden freaked out that, oh, how could this be happening? No, this is kind of part and parcel of American history in some way or another. I mean, you've had this sort of stuff happen. The problem is that it's so brazen, and the thing is that they're marching him down like he's Bane from Batman, and they're making it look. This is the problem, is that it's very uneven-ended enforcement. That a woman is being burnt alive on a train, and you have New York City cops that are just walking by like nothing. But the minute the sacred cow gets slaughtered on the street, it's all open season on that guy. That's the problem. It's very uneven,
and everybody who knows.
Yeah, that's
it's all lopsided.
Yeah, that's very much an issue, and he said, look, I'm all for justice. but you need to do justice needs to come equally, and it needs to be again. It's the reason why Lady Justice and all the statues is why they have her as being blind. Unfortunately, it's being blind to a lot of things that are happening and actual reason and actual justice. That's the problem.
Yeah, and the worst part about it,
the legal system's broken.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If the legal system is broken, people are going to lash out, and it's not going to be pretty, and that's what happened. But anyway,
It's been politicized.
yeah. Anyway,
doesn't.
Anyway, guys, welcome to the. For those of you watching on YouTube, welcome to the American Rail Club live stream. I hope you're subscribed and like this stream as we talk about the broken healthcare system on the Rail Club channel. But anyway, oh man,
it's really out of different issues in society.
I know
exactly. I mean, things are so jacked up.
That's the thing. It's like I know we all love trains, but the matter of fact is that we love this country. We want it to be successful. We want it to be successful in all matters. It's
yeah.
Man, but yeah.
Listen. To me, as an American, it actually breaks my heart seeing my country in this state. I never thought I will see it crumble in my very own, with my very own eyes.
Listen, same here.
Listen, I've heard about this, about the country crumbling since my grandfather. My grandfather was always talking about what's going on with the government. He was always active with news and sort of with the news and such and stuff like that. And he was a boomer, and he was so pissed about the government. He was so pissed with the United States. Yeah.
Harley Davidson. You're Harley Davidson, girl. You're Harley Davidson.
CTR, are you okay?
Yeah, there's something weird coming from somebody's mic.
Yeah.
Harley Davidson, bro.
What?
Hey, not to be a downer, CT, but if you're talking to somebody else besides the group, might want to put yourself on mute for a few minutes.
I got it, guys. I got it. Don't worry. All right. No, I agree with you. And I mean, people were talking about that this country... Look, you're always going to have people that are going to say, everything is falling apart, it's all over. It's always it's all over, and then we're so back over and over again. This has happened all throughout history. This is nothing new in today. I mean,
it's always starts before dawn.
I know. It's always Wait, I don't know. Maybe again, I'm just gonna take it day by day as it is. I'm hoping for the best. I'm praying for the best. I'm working toward making myself and my family and making sure that we're as best off as possibly be, no matter what the circumstances. And that's how everybody should be thinking right now. It's all that we can do. None of us can save the country by ourselves. It's not a movie. It's not Mission Impossible or some Hollywood movie. We need to get that out of our heads that we're not the main character here. Okay, we're
the main character syndrome. How much I dread that.
If we want to get things done, we have to get through the local level first.
Mahatma Gandhi.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that's part of it. But let's look. It's hard, and maybe something can change.
But it's not impossible.
Yeah. It's not going to change overnight. Trump is not Superman, and it's not going to make everything sunshine and rainbows. And it's not because look, we all, a lot of us that the first time around got burned, and we weren't thinking. Same thing for the guys who voted for Obama. They thought it was going to be hope and change, and everything is going to be a wonderful, liberal utopia. And I mean, hey, Obamacare again. The guy who's all about punishing big business and making sure they pay their fair share. Basically gave free reign to the health insurance companies to do whatever the hell they want. And we rewarded bad companies like GM, $50 billion of our own dollars, $10 billion which we have never gotten back and never will get back from a failing company that can't make a good vehicle anymore. Although to give them credit, out of all the three big automakers this year, of the big three in Detroit, they were the ones with the least amount of active recalls. Okay, but still in the top range of all recalls for all automakers. But that's not, again, it's just, let's see.
You can bring it down to the parts suppliers and just how shoddy the work they do in assembling
Manufacturer.
it because
It all has
it's
to do
on
with
a
how it's being
quarterly
manufactured
profit.
and who's manufacturing it.
Yeah, it's well manufacturing and where it is, because it's being done in a lot of places that don't have the right quality control in place, and it's just
Actually, they do. Actually, they supposedly do, but now it's not as rigid as it's supposed to be.
No,
I mean,
they're just
because of
in a hurry to rush it out the
hiring or
door.
something.
Yeah, I mean, heck, even Toyota with their plant in Atlanta, I mean, they were just leaving metal shavings within the like they were drilling, you know, the cylinder bores, leaving the metal shavings in there, put the engine together, and then all of a sudden people would get a brand new Toyota Tundra, and all of a sudden it would just completely, you know, blow itself apart. Well, what are these metal shavings doing in there? Well, they just left it at the factory. There you go. It's just the modern American manufacturing. It's not good. It's not good for us. It's not good for anybody else. It's just it looks bad. It looks bad. Oh yeah, no. Or you get listeria in your boar's head meat because somebody can't wash their hands after. Wait, they didn't even wipe. Wait, what did they wipe their behinds with? What? Their hands? And then they go ahead and watch
on a classic deli company with all the Christmas party favors.
Oh boy,
of the meat turkey.
Yeah, so guys, really cook your
And
Christmas
prided
turkeys here.
themselves on
Cook your
quality
Christmas
too.
turkeys.
And if you doubt any cold meat, any cold cuts, don't eat it.
Okay. But yeah, it's just it's not looking good for our country in that sense. We need to fix this up. All right, guys, it's 9:42. Yep. Let's get this train to the station. Any last words?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Yeah. I did the math just because I was bored for the $50 billion that the New Jersey and the Pennsylvania senators was rolling out. If we wanted to use the Bright Lines numbers of $3 million per mile, that's 16,666 miles of track to be electrified. And that's using their low number. But when you look at it online, it's like, yeah, the United States has about 140,000 plus miles of freight railroad track. So it would be able to electrify all of Texas in an additional 4,000 miles of track, which is not bad. It's just only about 10% of the total needed. But that's just using the existing number.
Yeah. And
so it's not terrible. It's just nowhere near enough. And if you go back to many of my other previous talks on the other streams, it's like deregulate the whole system like you did the airlines and the trucking companies, and then watch all the investment come from outside the government, and probably within this next decade.
Yeah, and
also
to your point, Minor Tree, and I talked about this with my fiance yesterday in terms of why the airlines are just such garbage now in terms of service, to be honest. And it's kind of all of them in a sense. I mean, everything has gone on a decline, even the best of the airlines. I mean, the best you get on Delta is now you get a Coke.
Federal regulation is...
But let me listen to me. Here's the thing. Hold on, Darius. I know you want to get in, but give me a second here. The thing is that you'll have characters like Bob Crandall, one of our best friends here, Florida neighbor all the way up north in the Treasure Coast. And the problem is that you have guys like that they'll start introducing things like little things like taking an olive out of a salad, on each salad, to go ahead and save $42,000 a year. The problem is that they starting these cost measuring savings, and to save an airline, but the problem is they start getting too much into cost savings, and then all the other airlines start to do the same thing, and then it becomes a race to the bottom. And that's sort of the problem.
Yeah, and a lot of that comes down to not having true competition on top of it.
Yes, and there you go, and that's the thing. And there's no
cost effectiveness.
Yeah, that's the problem, because there's no competition. They don't have to compete against high-speed rail lines or anything like that. They're only competing against themselves. They're all getting money from even if once they were denationalized, they're all still getting public stimulus or government stimulus money. The airports themselves are basically funded by the states and the federal government, so they don't really have to maintain or do anything with. They pay little fees here and there, but in the grand scheme of things, that's basically peanuts compared to what our state governments and our federal government pays to upkeep these airports, and that's the major issue.
Yeah, and if you go to Europe or parts of Asia, wherever they have both rail and high speed, the flights and other forms of transportation, so you have a good mix of things. They don't have this problem with declining quality of airlines, because if you decline too much, everyone will choose another option and you'll go out of business. So they're forced to stay as competitive as possible.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is how you can pay, I think it was like 15 to 20 euros to fly from London over to Paris, whereas a similar flight would be from like Houston to Dallas or something, and you're lucky to find that for $100.
Yeah, it's nuts. We're not as much as the United States wants to claim it's a free market. It's really not in so many aspects. It's a corporatocracy is what it is. Not corporatism, corporatocracy.
Yeah, tell me about it. You know, one of the airlines from the United Arab Emirates is actually putting us the U.S. Airlines to shame.
Yeah, it really is sad. Okay, guys, 9:47. Last call for anything else, and then we're gonna call this a night.
Well, real quick on Minor Tree's take on investing in our national rail system, like not just deregulate and simplify regulations, but once we get to a certain point, I would like to see a lease in place where eventually we, the public, take control of the infrastructure, we maintain it, but you still have these private companies that can access the modernized and upgraded rail right-of-way for a small fee. But passenger trains would not just have priority, but also freight can run their own way without interference. You know, switches and different sets of tracks. So not just one single mainline track, but up to like quad track if it can support it. But that's another thing too, is we need to simplify the regulations. Like just to double track, you need to do an environmental study. It's like you already own the freaking right of way. Like, why do you need to do a study to add another track? Like, stuff like that is the reason why we're lagging far behind the rest of the world. And I said it earlier, study hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, add on to that would be a 3+ hour rant, and we don't have time for that, unfortunately. But unless you're willing to do the laying on of hands around the neck for the next person who demands an environmental study to prove that the last environmental study was good, so that the next environmental study can be done to prove that we can do this, things are not going to get done, unfortunately.
No, the project go up in price tag.
Yeah, just make a rule that if an environmental study has ever been done on that thing, all right, it's already done. Get it moving, and if you complain about it, you're out of business.
Here's the thing about environmental studies to the environmental study. Listen, that doesn't make any sense. First of all, you're spending thousands of dollars over, like millions of dollars over an environmental study over and over again. That is so absurd.
Yeah, I mean, tell me about it. That's what I'm kind of worried about that bill. Which I'm gonna be honest. I give it probably a 2% chance of getting passed. Okay, and that's a lot. Okay, that's two more than what it really has a chance of getting. It's just unfortunate. I mean, that's really. It really does suck that, you know, a bill that actually looks like it can help the country is not going to get any sort of. It's getting very little press relative to everything. It came out at a bad time, especially with the government shutdown. It's just going to disappear into the wayside, and I think that's why I at least I wanted to give it a little bit of press, but. Anyway, we're not
reintroduce. Take note to reintroduce it.
Let's see, or introduce it in a better fashion. But anyway, guys,
in a new, more competent session.
Yeah, but let's.
Now the train has stopped at the North Pole.
Yeah, there you go. There you go, Darius, because we wanted to show this. All right, Darius, you go ahead and lead us off. Take us off the air. Go ahead and say it. Oh, Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas, everybody. We will see you all soon. We hope you have a wonderful Christmas with your family. Thank you for riding the Polar Express, the American Rail Club today and this year. And we will see you all very soon. God bless. Godspeed. See you on board next time. Take care.
Take care.
Have a happy new year.